Hello, it's GE Challenge M. For those interested, I'm going to explain the method and the mechanics behind the method. Old school RuneScape servers run on units of time of 0.6 seconds, which are called ticks. Corporeal Beast has a 7-tick timer, which causes him to heal to full hit points if nobody is in the cave. Or to do a stomp attack if someone is under it. Woox originally figured this mechanic and used it to solo corp with potatoes as only food type. Seibei noticed that, even though corp can't be poisoned, its monster examine info says it can. This reminded me of other NPCs which can't be poisoned, but where their attack timer gets replaced with the poison timer of 30 ticks. After testing this idea at Corporeal Beast, it turned out it works. You might think it's possible to go to the pool in your house or even to a bank during this 30-tick timer. Doing so indeed takes less than 30 ticks, but when Corp loses aggression, its timer changes back to 7 ticks. This limits the usefulness of the poisoning mechanic. NPCs can flinch. This means that they won't attack back for a few ticks after you attack them. When an NPC hasn't done an attack for at least 8 ticks since its last attack cooldown expired, they become flinchable. The duration of a flinch equals their attack rate divided by 2 rounded down. Corporeal Beast has an attack rate of 4 ticks, which means its flinch duration is 2 ticks. Because of the 8 ticks flinch cooldown afterwards, this means you can flinch Corp once every 10 ticks at most. This fits exactly 3 times within the 30 ticks stomp heal timer. Since the challenge only allowed for 1 item, my poison weapon had to be the same as my main weapon. The poison weapon that deals the most damage per hit on Corp is a poisoned Dragon Spear. With just a Dragon Spear, my max hit equals 21. This means that the Dark Energy core is guaranteed to not spawn, since its respawn is triggered by hitting at least 32. It wouldn't have been a problem though, as can be seen here. Doing the method with a Crystal Halberd after draining Corp's defense to 0 with 3 Dragon Warhammer special attacks and 60 Bandit Godsword special attack damage results in 5.5 kills per hour. I used a private instance to prevent other players from ruining the 2-hour skill. This costs 200k GP per attempt, but due to having a good method and some luck, I managed to get the kill on my first attempt. I'll now explain my method to succeed at doing the challenge with minimal luck required. Lure Corporeal Beast to the entrance by tanking a hit. Corporeal Beast has 3 kinds of long range attacks. The regular magic attack. If this attack is launched while you have 1 hit point, it can only hit 0 or 1 damage. So if you time it well and regenerate to 2 hit points while the attack is in the air, you'll always survive. Then there is a claw magic attack, which targets a tile instead of a player and can be dodged entirely. And finally, there's a draining magic attack. It drains either some magic levels or some prayer points on top of dealing damage. It's not possible to survive this prayer draining attack using a well-timed hit points regeneration starting at 1 hit point. All included, there is only 1 in 6 chance to die at this point. After luring Corporeal Beast, you have a 1 in 7 chance to get stomped when entering the cave at a random time. But since the timer starts counting when entering the instance, the stomp heal tick is known, so you can guarantee not getting stomped. Instead of just choosing the stomp to not happen on tick 1, choose it to happen on tick 3, 5 or 7. This is important for later on. Now continue attacking every 14 ticks in an attempt to enable the poison effect on Corp. 14 ticks is a long enough duration to cause Corp to flinch, while it being a multiple of 7 causes it to be synced with Corp's stomp heal timer, preventing you from getting stomped. Since the poisoning effect is not guaranteed, the stomp heal timer would get extended to 30 at an unknown time. Since the timer is extended by 23 at first, which is an odd number, the next stomp heal tick will be on an even tick. And because 14 and 30 are both even numbers, it means that continuing the 14 tick cycle causes the stomp heal tick to change by a multiple of 2. This causes the stomp heal tick to always be at an even tick, so it will never happen on tick 1. Before Corp is poisoned, it always heals to full hit points between every hit in the 14 tick cycle. But after Corp is poisoned, this isn't always the case. When you notice Corp didn't regenerate its hit points in between hits, this is proof that it's been poisoned. You can now start doing a hit every 10 ticks instead of every 14 ticks. Since 10 is yet again an even number, this change in cycle duration would also not cause you to ever get stomped. Corp would likely still heal once every 3 hits you do. If this happens, you can delay a cycle to 12 ticks once and then continue doing 10 tick cycles again. Keep doing this until Corp stops healing. This would mean the 10 tick cycle is set up perfectly. To make it easier, you can attack Corporal Beast at the south. This saves 1 click every cycle, which turns out to save over 1000 clicks for the full kill. Keep doing this 10 tick cycle until Corporal Beast is dead. Thank you for watching, and for the one item only Iron Man, good luck.